Alcoholics Anonymous began as a grassroots endeavor in the mid-1930s. If there's anyone listening to this that has not been exposed to the early history of Alcoholics Anonymous, I strongly recommend that you do a little bit of research. Make yourself aware of just how unlikely it is that this program exists at all. You can easily find our history in publications such as Dr. Bob and the Good Old Timers, AA Comes of Age, Pass It On, and there are dozens and dozens of other accounts. AA.org has a brief basic outline of our early history. In 1938, the word about Alcoholics Anonymous had spread thanks to magazine articles, and a small office was set up in New York to organize our affairs and manage inquiries. This was just prior to the publication of our first edition. This small office was termed the Alcoholic Foundation. In 1954, the foundation was reorganized and renamed the General Service Board of Alcoholics Anonymous. Today, there are 3 separate entities headquartered in New York that comprise the face and the voice of Alcoholics Anonymous to the world: the General Service Board of Trustees, the General Service Office, and the Grapevine. The structure of our fellowship was established to take the form of an upside-down triangle. The groups themselves were to be served by the board and the GSO. Sadly, many of us have seen a very discouraging trend over the last several years. It's easy to get the impression that New York has taken on the persona of elitists governing over the little people who they feel would be lost without them. And there are many of us who think that it's time to take action and speak out against what we see as a threat to our very existence. Those of us who have had our lives transformed by the principles of these steps feel that we should engage in this quest as though other lives were at stake. We feel that they are indeed at stake. However, we feel that we should engage those who we see harming our program within the spirit of restraint of pen and tongue. We should be cautious to do no more harm to the unity of our fellowship than has already been done. As we take action, we feel that we should adhere to the principles of our 11th step prayer that can be found on page 99 of our book, 12 Steps and 12 Traditions.
Excerpt from the 11th step prayer: where there is error, I may bring truth. Where there are shadows, I may bring light. But let us also remember, where there is wrong, I may bring the spirit of forgiveness. And may I seek to understand rather than to be understood.
Thank you. What we possess in our program is precious. It is both fragile and resilient. We have all attended meetings where we have heard our message presented loud and clear, and we have all been to meetings where we wonder why those people cannot possibly stay sober. In the beginning and at its heart, Alcoholics Anonymous is a grassroots affair directed by the spirit of a higher power. It is not the creation of elitists. It is a gift from God, the God of our understanding, and I hope you will join me in this mission to save Alcoholics Anonymous for future generations. You will hear it suggested that the power of the purse keeps New York, the bottom of the triangle, accountable. But I suggest to you that this is only partially true. If you simply withhold donations, New York will never notice it. I urge you to voice your concerns at area level. Contact your area delegate and the alternate delegate. The alternate delegate will traditionally become the next delegate. Keep them in the loop as well. See your area website for contact information. I urge you to write New York directly. See AA.org for contact information. Just ignoring them or withholding donations will go unnoticed. I strongly suggest that you voice your concerns directly. Use the traditions and the concepts as basis for your opinions expressed. I also very strongly suggest that you practice restraint of pen and tongue. Be careful with your words and voice your concerns with respect and courtesy. Thank you for listening, and may God continue to bless our beautiful program.